guys, welcome to day 9 of Vlogmas. So today I'm going to walk you through me doing a nail set. I got an order from a friend. I'm going to show you the design and show you what my order sheets typically look like. I started doing this when I was in school, when I was taking people in person, when I was sizing people up in person, and I met this person up in person. I sized them and everything. So this is what it looks like. If anything, to make it even better, I'll do a screen record and then I'll specifically describe everything that's on it. So yeah. So it's kind of funny. I had it on record and it decided to not record my voice. But either way, we're just gonna do a quick little voiceover. So yeah, my client's name is Shannon. Well, it's not her real name. I'm not using her real name. But name is Shannon for this purpose. She's doing a medium coffin. The numbers here, the numbers that show thumb, middle, index, that's the different sizes for her nails specifically. We decided on a brown, white, pink, and silver color scheme, and it's a gingerbread theme. She wanted chrome, she wanted rhinestones, but then this is me later when I realized that I'm editing. She messaged me when I was taking a break and said that she changed her mind about the chrome and rhinestone because it was a little bit extra. So she just wanted the plain and simple. Well, not plain and simple because they still look kind of crazy, but she didn't want too much added to it. So also what she doesn't know is that those little green flecks is glow in the dark. So she still gets a little something extra. So yeah, I also didn't put the price because y'all don't need to know that yet. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to show you how I put my, I already picked out all the sizes that were already predetermined, pre-measured. I'm wearing a face mask today, since this is going to somebody else. Gloves are on, face mask on, because yes, I am still sick. And we don't need contamination on other people's stuff. That's disgusting. So this is gonna take a while, I'm not gonna lie, because the sucky part about doing these is when you have to have the gloves on. And sometimes it's not easy. My headphones are on, my iPad is up. Um I don't know. I might be quiet during this. I might have music just playing in the background while I do each step until we, maybe I'll do in between and just not talk much. Because I realize sometimes the more I talk, the more I end up coughing. I'm trying to get this cold out of my system so bad. Both of my kids have trips this week, and I have to chaperone both of them. I mostly chaperone my sons because he's autistic, and I don't want to stress the teacher out with having to try to wrangle my child in while also trying to take care of all the other kids as well. My oldest doesn't need a chaperone, but sometimes our teacher needs help. I don't really think anybody goes because everybody's like, oh, my child is older, blah blah blah. But I also like the experience with my children. Plus, one of my mom friends is going to chaperone her daughter for her class. So I was like, you know what? Okay, she kind of asked me to chaperone. I wasn't expecting to chaperone, but I asked the teacher, and the teacher said that it should be fine. I don't know what exactly they're doing. I think it's like a nutcracker thing again. Well, they did nutcracker last year. My son didn't get to go last year because of stuff. Um, but this year he's really excited. So there's that. But when it comes to my iPad, because I will be watching stuff as I will be watching stuff as I'm working on these sets. Working on this set. Um, I just watched for the first time, which is kind of funny, 28 Days Later. And now, mind you, I remember seeing scenes of it. I don't remember watching the first one at all. And I enjoyed it. And I realized, okay, I'm not a horror person, but I like zombie things. Zombie things, I feel like they don't count. So I like World War Z. I could watch that like forever. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll try more zombie movies. My other thing is that I had these whole things set up for Halloween. I had Halloween nail sets, Halloween themes going on, everything like that. But I did not post anything for Halloween. I was barely in the workroom in October. I was just out of it. And it's crazy because your mental health, you really got to stop and you got to take care of it properly, or when it takes over and you can't get anything done. Every day is still a struggle, but hey, I am still getting out. I'm in front of the camera, even though not directly today, but I am in front of the camera and I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to start giving myself more of a strict schedule, you know. I'll say after Vlogmas, I'm going to try to post on my YouTube once a week. Once a week. I think I can manage that. There are a lot of YouTubers who post once a week. And honestly, I'll probably add to shorts. I haven't added anything to shorts yet. So I think for the new year I'll do shorts. What I should have did was put the shorts that I literally have on my Instagram and on my TikTok. I should have just had them be shorts on here as well. Since I notice a lot of people use shorts. But I guess there's a little bit of anxiety that stops me from going all the way over there. But that's fine. I will figure it out one way or another. We will be okay. I just heard one of my daughter's dinosaur toys go off. It's kind of funny. Anyway, so here we go. I just. Last one. Okay. Now that that's done, we put those back into its drawer that's right there. Now, I haven't fully picked out the polishes as of yet, so I'm going to show you those in a minute. My friend is probably going to be streaming soon, so it's going to be kind of funny. I'm going to be watching him stream while I work on this nail set. I keep my polishes behind where I do my. I mean, always in front of me. Buckle my container. I like this. I feel like this is more of a Halloween brown, which is weird. I think that's because of the orange speckles in it. But yeah, I'm trying to get rid of these small ones before I add more to my arsenal. I have a few big bottles. This is really chocolatey. Let's make a chocolate bar, that'd be perfect. See, these bottles, they're sometimes deceptive, so it looks like that. And then it looks like this. Like, how does that add up? This is like a jelly. I don't need a jelly. That is not what I'm looking for. pale pink though. This is nice, but I don't think it'll match gingerbread. Yeah, no. This is an orange haunted type thing. I think this one. Honestly, I feel like this one would be my best bet. I don't think so. Maybe if I just find a darker one and add in a little bit lighter. I'm gonna do that one. I think I'm gonna do a nude for the base of it, and then we'll work with the brown. Take out brown, white, silver, and pink. Yeah, brown, white, silver, and pink. Those are the ones. Oh, that is pink. Wow. I'm gonna do a Winter Wonderland set. Something like that with this, cause or some pink Christmas vibes, cause that. All right, about to throw myself off. Press record, right? Yeah, okay. Sorry, paranoia. I want to make sure I'm pressing record. That did happen to me before. I like that one. Oh, see, some of these I used a lot, but I really do like pink. So pink, blue, and red are my top three. Okay, this is a red, but look how pretty that is. Anyway, let's see, what's this one? Oh, this would be nice for something. Alright, so we have the brown, we have the silver, I like that silver gold. We have the pink, and then the white is in a different container. Because I tried to kind of color group it. So these are my warms, and I have another container of my cools. And then I have a container with my in-betweens. Honestly, I took the rainbow and put it into 3 sections. So red and yellow, which is this, right? No, red and orange. Yeah, red and orange. My bad. Red and orange. Uh, Yellow, green, and blue and purple. So yeah, I felt like them putting the browns with this one made more sense because it just seems way more warm. Forgot my colors of the rainbow in order. That just shows me that I'm sick. The containers I'm using I got from Dollar Tree. Yeah, these are my greens. Oof. Look at that. She got mixed up somewhere. Oh, but that is a pretty pink. This is one of my reflectives. She needs to be cleaned though. I don't know what happened in here. Okay, a few of them needs to be cleaned in here. We'll figure that out later. I'm putting them to my other table behind me. Just because it's a little bit tricky to put them back with one hand behind the screen. I don't want to mess up my iPad or anything like that. Alright. So in here I have my whites. Honestly, I have my bigger sizes. Sometimes you need a little drink. But I have my bigger bottles, my more complete bottles in here. More complete bottles. This container has my full size bottles. As you saw with the other containers, it has all of my tiny little bottles. How much is this? 5 milliliters. So they're very, very small, while these are like 15 milliliters. I've showed you, you know, some of them when I did that, when I did my nails. So, yeah, I showed you when I did my nails, some of the bigger size ones. This is one of my favorites that I barely used. I mean, if you know, you know. But anyway, I have it in pink and blue. Um, Pride. Watch out for that. I can't wait. Anyway, so I have my white out, and I need my, there we go. I need my base coat and my top coat. And maybe a black. Let's see. See this one? See how pretty that is? You know how nice that would have been for a Beetlejuice nail set? I got this specifically to do a Beetlejuice nail set. And I couldn't get myself up to actually do it. And it sucked because I had the whole design down and everything. Look at that. That polish. Glove change. No point. I'm trying to be like, oh, let me try to wipe it off. Yeah, no, it's okay. We'll just switch over to the next glove. I have a whole box. The 99-cent store across the street from me happens to have my size, which is always hard for me to get because I am a small. I have incredibly tiny hands. And then I've noticed some smalls are actually just too dang small. But these smalls are perfect for my hands. So we're just going to be happy with what we have. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. New glove, because like I said, we are not messing with a glove that got some other nail polish on it. It's perfectly fine. You keep it pushing. It's a box of 100. Alright. I also got a black for outlines, because we do outlines out here. Or we at least try. I am not the best nail artist, but you want to know what? I make up for it in effort. Practice makes perfect. Alright. So this is my unicorn container. This is where I have my buffers in. Each buffer. Each nail set gets its own buffer. I also have a bag separate that goes with the order. It's going to be a pickup order too, so it's going to be nothing to really pack up and put away. So right now, what we're starting with is just buffing the surface. Just buffing. Because everything adheres better when it's rough. There we go. I'm going to make sure. That happens sometimes to me, unfortunately. But I'd rather it happen now while we're buffing than it happening when I'm painting. If it keeps popping though, I do have to change the glue, which is kind of funny because I literally just saw me put this on. I'm hoping my client will actually take a picture with these nails on, but I highly doubt it, unfortunately. I don't get traction like that, and I got an order. So in the end, I'm kind of happy with that. It's not my first order, which is kind of funny because it's December. To say it's my first order would be hilarious. I have only had one other order though this year. So I had 2 orders this year. And out of beauty school, I'm not fully sad about that. Especially since I haven't been properly advertising myself like I'm supposed to. I know all of the different search engine options, you know, all the things they're trying to make you be seen. I know all these things, and sometimes implicating it is just a whole different thing. But that's gonna be another topic for another video. Literally, on my schedule, it shows me having a has me shows me having more of a business talk uh about things that, hey, I do differently and blah blah blah. I'll figure out the exact fundamentals of that video, but for right now, I'm not gonna go too far into detail. Sorry, my son can be really picky about what he eats, and he knows he has to show me what he eats before he finishes. Sometimes he'll eat everything. Sometimes he'll just fight it so bad. He likes it, but he likes to fight too. So, but yeah, I'll talk more business stuff. This Nerd Life Beauty is not my first business. It's my second. I'm gonna say second, but it's not my second. It's weird. I'll say my second in more maturity because when I when I was younger, I sold a lot of my stuff. Um, I make a lot of things by hand. Obviously, like I said before, I knit, I crochet, and I do all that stuff. When I was in high school, I paid for my senior dues and stuff with my own money from selling hats, scarves, baby blankets, baby booties, things that I could definitely make. Um, but yeah, I paid for my senior dues, paid for my senior trip, paid for my yearbook, paid for my prom ticket. I did all that myself. I would have paid for my dress too, but my mom wanted to pay for that, and that's perfectly fine. Um, so it's nerd life. I've learned things throughout time. I've been here from the beginning of with social media and the like. I know there are different things I always end up forgetting about this little tab that I need to file now, but I'm happy I remember that now. Anyway, I know different things that I need to do. One of them is definitely staying consistent, and that's why I'm trying to stay consistent with Vlogmas. God for a mask. It's a Pokemon mask, by the way. But yeah. Okay, so the next part, get rid of the debris because you don't want to catch any of the debris in your base. Okay, so they're nice and buff. I'm going to take these and I'm going to straighten them a little bit. Because once or twice by accident, I would paint a nail. And then I realized that's like sideways. Just also make sure that it's maintaining its shape. So these are just a medium coffin. Nothing too long, but nothing also too short. Because not everybody likes their nails long. I'm one of those people. As you saw when I did my very short nails. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to use either rubbing alcohol or acetone to, again, make sure that there is no debris. Currently, I have my acetone right here, so I'm going to use my acetone. Just a little bit more. Okay, we're going to close the acetone before we have an accident. Now, mind you, I have an acetone bottle that has a pump on it. Am I using that? No. Why? Because I live dangerously. I stopped talking because I realized me talking was kind of irritating my throat. I stopped talking because I realized me talking was irritating my throat. So I had to stop the irritation. All right, now we're doing base coat. See that? It won't leave. It won't leave. It's on the iPad now. It's the iPad's problem. Okay. So now that that base coat is done, we're going to put that in for 60 seconds. My lamp is right here. So remember to turn it on. There we go. And while that's going, we will do the next hand. I typically try to do one hand and, you know, like kind of, uh, goodness, what's the word? Interchange it, I guess. I forgot that I wanted as a base, like a nude. So I have this nude right here. Beetles. Bigger bottle beetles. Bigger bottle beetles. Anyway, beetles. It's a nude, but it's a sparkly nude. So, yay. Okay. We slowly map out what we're doing. I should make the backgrounds pink and white. Just figure out which ones can be pink and which ones can be white. Alright, yeah. So I pick out what nails I want this gingerbread on. Well, I'm saying this gingerbread, this pink, and this white. I know for a fact the ring fingers are going to have this color. Also, in case you didn't know, when I'm working on like an individual nail, so probably when I do the gingerbread, or even when I do like the little sprinkle ones, I might be just using this. And if you've never seen this before, it literally holds one individual nail, so I can work on it one at a time instead of having to pick up the whole stand. And honestly, since I'm working on a ring first, I might just do it that way. Most definitely gonna do 2 coats of this. Make sure I do it nice and even though. Sometimes I worry, was like, oh my god, I gotta make sure it's not too streaky. And like, oh my god, it's so see-through. And it's just like, well, that's why we're doing 2 coats, sis. You will be okay. take off the excess polish. Make sure not to completely flood the nail. And don't make it uneven. So I put it in for like 60 sometimes, and then a little bit extra, because sometimes it doesn't cure as well as I like it to. That is really pretty. I like it. I love the color. You know, I might actually put this on my nails. Nothing crazy, nothing special. Just put that on. Call it a day. Maybe a polka dot. Okay. This nail specifically. All right. So again, this is my little paint palette. The pink palette on my nail palette. My white from Jellish. And I have a bunch of brushes and a random pencil. Pencil. That's not even a sharpened pencil. That is crazy. But that, I got a little spatula. You know, sometimes things just end up in the wrong spot. But I show you everything else is now related. Let's see. I have some brush. Okay, I have a lot of brushes. So I have this long one. And honestly, when you're doing like line work and things like that, it's good for you to use the long ones. They say it's for better strokes and such. But me personally, I can't really work that well with those. Since I'm working in a ring finger, I'm doing that little drip effect. I think the ring and the index will get the pink. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I briefly forgot which brush I was looking for. 5 millimeters, 7 millimeter. Dots. Mm-mm-mm. Lucy, are you outside the door? Lucille? Take that as a yes. Come here, Lucille. All right, back to work. My son was mildly tantruming, so I had to handle that real quick. There are multiple levels to autistic meltdowns. This one was his silent meltdown, where he just becomes like a little immovable rock, and it's hard to get words out of him. Sometimes I really have to like stop and reassess everything and just like, okay, just try to keep it calm. Don't snap. Don't lose it, because he literally doesn't know how to process his emotions sometimes. And being scolded is also a big thing for him. So that's a fun thing I'm dealing with, but he has to learn. Because autistic or not, one way or another, if he does something horrible, he gets grounded. I will deal with the meltdowns later. Mm, 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 mm. We can hardly. Okay. There we go. Okay. Indexes are done. Well, the last index. Last, we only got two index, but the second index is in there. This one we're going simple. It's like a reverse French situation. So see, I want to watch a movie right now. Honestly, I was watching I think it's called like Fear Below, and it's a shark movie on Hulu. I love me a good shark movie. You know, like Jaws and things like that. I love it. And then my favorite thing growing up was honestly the sci-fi movies. And when I say sci-fi movies, I mean the sci-fi channel. The like Sharknado type stuff. Those make me laugh. Like, you know, it's supposed to be, oh, it's so scary, it's so gory, it's so bloody. And it's just like, no, you're not. You're not that scary. Like a couple, come on, six-headed shark attack. Six-headed shark attack. That makes absolutely no sense. I think I tried this with this method once or twice. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, but at the same time, I have to also be careful because this is for a client. So, as much as I want to be out of my comfort zone and stuff like that, I still gotta make sure that it looks good. Look at that. The air bubble will get out. Okay, so the air bubble was not coming out. And in my attempt to clean it up, it messed up my circle. Okay, we're gonna change that. Might get the acetone bottle. Here I am holding a nail, and again, I have that. Like, come on, bro. Oh, yeah. Acetone completely. Ha. Five below when I did my little searching. If you pay attention to the video, that's in it. They said I wouldn't really show you what I buy, but that's for me. That's for business purposes. Oh, there we go. I'm so excited for Christmas. Honestly, the 20th is going to be a little bit stressful for me. I know it is. Anyway, the 20th is my gift drop off where I'm dropping off gifts for my Christmas gifts from my boyfriend. Sorry, my battery was dying. So, as I was saying, on the 20th, I'm doing my Christmas gift drop off where I'm going to go see my boyfriend because he lives in Jersey. But I'm gonna go see him, drop off his Christmas gifts, pick up mine, and then I'm going to go see my best friend and my goddaughters because they also live in Jersey. At one point, I did live in Jersey. That's actually when I did meet my boyfriend when I was out in Jersey, dating app, believe it or not. Anyway, um, so I was in Jersey first. Then then this friend, the mother of my godchildren, she moved to Jersey, and then my other friend that I unfortunately do not talk to anymore, they moved to Jersey as well, and then I moved back to New York. I was like, oh, okay, I I feel like I'm missing out, so it kind of sucks. When I want to see them, it takes a while, and so the reason why I do want to do the whole driving thing, so I can be able to see them more often. But I have a friend of mine who doesn't mind driving me up as long as I give them gas. So, and probably on Christmas they're going to come around for food, which I do not mind.
use a lot of black. There was a YouTube video that updated recently. Oops. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, stretch. It's a little. Is this the middle one?
Okay, so normally when I mix, it doesn't look this bad. I don't like it. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. I was contemplating whether or not I would like this, but I like that a lot.
Yes, baby.
I think the heels when you go black.
I should have stopped while I was ahead. Lord, I did not like that at all. I'm not that great with bodies.
Yes.
Should we brush our teeth?
Huh?
Should we brush our teeth?
Yes, please. What's wrong, baby?
I don't want to add too much toothpaste on my.
All right, have grandma do it, baby. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Come here. Yeah, looks like a bunny. I'm not even mad that it just tipped over because honestly, I have to redo that. Oh, mm. So what I really need to do is I need to get my pump because I don't know why I decided that that would be good. Take off the glove because I feel the acetone burning through the nitro. That hurt. New glove. Ugh, look at that. Acetone. You really gotta be careful. Acetone. Look at it. Completely started melting my brush. That is crazy. It's just further shows. I should just use the pump. It'll be way easier. Yes, Papa.
Why put minty and cookie?
Minty and Cookie. They were in the living room. Did you take them out the bathroom?
Yeah. I took them out of the bathroom when I was at school.
Check and see if Grandma put them in the room.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. These gingerbreads look really, really funny. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna change this glove again just because of the melting acetone. I'm probably gonna change up my brush so it can dry a bit. Now here's also the thing, especially since this person is close. If she feels like she doesn't like the way the gingerbread look, I have no issue with redoing it. And to be honest, I might just grab another one and just give her an extra nail in the middle and just not have the gingerbread on it. And I might just do the white with the glitter. I know she wanted silver, but this gold looks amazing. I mean, it has silver in it, but very Christmas. Because don't get me wrong, I do get insecure about my stuff. I like the little faces. It screams gingerbread more than, I mean, it screams squid more than gingerbread. It's kind of funny. Let's see. Do I want to do the whites and then the brown?
Mommy's still recording. So she cannot delete it. Mom,
Yes, baby.
after when you're done recording, can you sleep with me?
You want me to sleep with you?
Yeah.
All right. Mommy's not going to be done recording for a while, baby. Did you take your melatonin?
Yeah.
How many?
1.
Very good. Okay.
But those hiccups will keep coming. I got my hiccup up at birth. I had a hiccup up in birth after.
All right. Give me a minute. Mommy will finish up. Okay, guys. So here's the finished set. This is what it looks like. Little sprinkles. Okay. Um, I also redid the middle finger in case my client doesn't like it. So each hand has just one basic glittered finger without the gingerbread on it. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.